It's the holiday season and season 5 is coming soon. Gonna bring us a whole lot of what rhymes with soon. I'll work on that. Today we throw out our predictions for Riders Republic Winter Wonderland. Welcome back to the Riders Report.
Before we get started today, we want to recognize our existing YouTube members. A special thank you goes out to executive producers Bonecrusher 2D, Coach 34, My Mom, and Robert G, and our fans and Fans Plus.
If you'd like to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month and help support our channel, you can hit join below to learn more about perks like early access to the Riders Report, emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks, and more.
We are making a music video in Riders Republic and we need your help because Nick and I are recording a holiday song based on Riders Republic. You can watch last week's episode to learn all of the details and then go to the Google form down below to submit your videos and pictures. We are looking for a ton of different content, holiday and Christmas skins, biking, BMX, photo mode, and much more, so check out the form down below. And next week will be Season 5 of Riders Republic named Winter Wonderland. This festive season will be back with new events, exciting collaborations with new and returning brands, and that will be kicking off on December 14th. So, as is tradition with us, I think we should try and predict what we think we're going to see in Season 5.
It's time for wild speculations! So if you go to skatepro.com, you can find a snow scoot. They are $450 US. And this is the obligatory, I have to. It is a winter season in the game. I did it last year. I'm doing it again. It's time for them to bring the snow scoot into the game. I know we just got the skateboard, but yeah, come on. Scooter on the mountain?
I know that's what you really want to see for the funky.
It's what we all need. It's not what I want. It's what we need. Let's get that straight.
I think we did talk about that before. That'll bring scooters into the game too. Just like the snow skate is going to bring skateboard at some point. The snow scoot will then bring the scooter into Riders Republic.
It's happening. Tiny Wheel Gang is happening.
Is that your prediction already? You think that's going to happen?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm hitting it hard. And like I said, it didn't happen last year, so it has to happen this year. It's logic. I'm just using logic here.
Absolutely. If I was going to add a sport, though, I'm thinking that we'll get a sled just for Nate Hotshot. Yeah. But I'm hoping that it's a sled that's actually controllable this time and not like you're, I don't know, riding on top of something super unstable and just careening down the mountain. Yeah. Or one of those full body ones, the plastic where you can run and then dive head first and steer and weave in and out. I think that's the kind of sled that we need.
Yeah, we need a hardcore toboggan, like you said, not like I think I like the rails like they had in Steep, but it was uncontrollable. You couldn't do anything with it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, something with a little more control, maybe like a luge sled. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past the game for just one season. And this is what we're talking about with like the dynamic map. I think they could do a lot more, especially say like when the Olympics roll around. You could put an Olympic size park with Olympic size features and include something like luge. You know, where it's this one-off, it's just a tiny little side quest, not a funky, not something you can traverse the game with, but just if you go to this park, there's a mini game to play luge, there's a mini game for the toboggan sleds, there's a mini game for the scooter, you know, contain it so you're not just opening up the realm to whatever, just debauchery and tomfoolery here. But yeah, I luge, some kind of sled would be wonderful this season as well.
And back when we did the interview with Arno, he did talk that they want to move the focus, not the focus, but they want to bring more attention to the mountains once again with the winter season. So I am hoping to see almost like some redesign on those mountains where skiing and snowboarding become more enticing to play in that area.
Right. And I wonder if that's going to come with, you know, I think we're at the point now where the minority of people are playing this game for the snow sports. I think that's fair to say. Most people are on bike. We haven't seen any charts, but that just kind of tracks with how the community is trending. I could see them maybe getting rid of some of the challenges from from the snow sports and putting new things in there. Do you think they would do that, or do you think that they would just stack on top for the season?
I think they would just add some more challenges for ski and snowboard. They could also, like I said, create some new parks in that area or little towns, things to pass through, just events, even pop-ups like a winter festival. One that I don't think they would do, I don't know if it's even technically possible, is if they could make a version of the map that's all snow.
Ooh.
So everywhere, like the Sequoia,
like GTA kind of thing.
All snow that you can ride on. They would probably have to make it something where you could choose. Like when you're in the ridge, you can then teleport to the alternate reality Riders Republic that's all snow just for winter time. Because just like that cartoon effect, they thought everyone would love it. And within 10 minutes, people were so upset they couldn't turn it off.
So do you think people would be as upset if they had the option, like the whole map has snow, but on certain parts, like of the bike parts, the bikes won't be affected by the snow? Could we do something like that where it's like a dusting where it's easier to ride the snow sports throughout the mountain and you can ride them in the desert, but the bikes are still kind of just doing their own thing? It's not enough to affect the bikes, but it's plenty to bring the skis and snowboards to the Sequoias and all of those, Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work at all, because I'm sure the ground, the property of the ground, whatever. But
right. No, I know where you're coming from.
Skis and snowboard, or you're wearing a backpack or some magic thing that just shoots snow in front of you.
Ooh.
To make it work like in real life, essentially. Like keep it all dirt, but if you want to ride that way, then you're spraying some snow in front of you.
That would actually make more sense. Because all you would have to do is, if you have the backpack equipped, then the snow sport is just, it can ride any terrain, and it's just the animation of the snow being laid. It's not the actual snow that's dictating where you go. I think you just solved it. I love how our guesses have gone from just like wild out there, bonkers, off the wall to, yeah, I could see them doing that. It's very, very contained, very realistic. It doesn't feel as zany as it usually is. I'm excited for Winter Wonderland just for the main reason that this is like the first time that we're bringing it back around. We're hitting another winter season in the game. We've already had one, and it'll just be cool to see. We know the ridge is going to be decorated for the holidays, but is it going to be the same as last year? Is it going to be brand new this year? I'm just excited to see version 2 of something that we already have a baseline for in the game. We finally hit that second lap.
I do remember too when Winterfest or what it was called came out. That was kind of the first time when we thought that they could really keep adding stuff to the game, because that was the first major redesign of Riders Ridge. And then we also got Winter Bash Radio, which had 10 to 12 new songs just about Christmas. And then we saw that with some more updates too. So that's when we realized it wasn't like Steep in the sense that the map wasn't changing. The Riders Ridge was redressed. So I really do hope that it's not the same as last year, that they just go in a different direction, if that makes sense. Like last year was just Christmas Explosion. Maybe this one's more targeted like Punk Christmas or Metal Christmas.
Metal Christmas. I'm here for that. But yeah, more of the attitude of the game. Last year was kind of the holiday in the game. This year, the game can kind of build the holiday kind of thing-ish.
Maybe.
I know what you're saying, and I just completely botched it. But I know where you're coming from. It might be a little more on point, on brand for the game versus just cookie cutter generic things that represent the holiday season thrown over the game.
One of the final crazy ideas I'm having right now is I was thinking if they could add Santa's sleigh into the game at all, where you could fly around. But my wild theory is this is where they add towing into the game. So the snowmobile is the reindeer and then has the tow rope, and then Santa can be towed on the ski or the snowboard, which is something that's in shredders. It's like AI controlled. Just something like that. I know people have asked for it before, so I would love to see that.
I want a tow rope so bad, but I don't want a tow rope unless we don't have a replay mode, because then we can't do all of the urban, trick competitions and all the video edits like you would with a tow rope in an urban setting. But I do like that Santa idea, and I'm going to one-up. So I love the sled pulling the sled. Mm-hmm. I think there should be reindeer. I don't know how. I don't know the physics. I don't know. The engine, for all I know, the engine can never hold animals. We were promised bears and wildlife.
They're running around.
I feel they don't look the best. They look a little sick. So I don't know if reindeer would be like something that we need in the game. At the very least, I think it would be cool to see reindeer in the winter sections of the map during the Christmas season, during the holiday season. With the bells, and you hear them and all that, but they're just out in the distance. You're never going to get too close to them. But ultimately, I think it makes sense to make them the funkies, and we're all just riding reindeer. And maybe the reindeer have little skis on their feet. I don't know. It would be incredible.
You could also have Santa's sleigh that's like 4 people have to get in and all steer at the same time to move it.
Oh my God. It's the Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah. All right, well, there you have it. There's the rundown of what to expect for Season 5 of Riders Republic Winter Wonderland, coming out on December 14th of 2022. Just kidding. Those are our predictions. We would love to hear your predictions before this update goes live. So please drop those comments down below. Let us know what you think and what you want to see in Season 5 of Riders Republic. Is it getting hot in here? Feels like there is some star power, some firepower creeping through the window here. We have a game of bike between Ian Hawk BMX and Call Me Jay, but that's not it. The tricks are enough. They have their voices on this. First time ever, we're getting voice reveals from both of the legends in a legendary battle. It's 12 minutes of just pure insanity right here.
I love this kind of style too, a video where they are running around, they're talking to each other, almost just like you're hanging out in a skate park and you're overhearing some of their conversations, and then you start watching them and see them go toe to toe and who can just pull off some of these crazy tricks.
Well, and it makes me think there's some you and I have really been slacking. We need to play a game of bike or a game of slush or whatever else. I think every other channel for Riders and Steep has a game of trick battle, except for us. So I think it's time, and this video has given me some ideas, so we might have something coming down the pipeline soon. Thank you to the legends for the inspiration here. And lastly, we're going to wrap up this week with a video in the background, again, of Ian Hawk BMX. Wow, Ian Hawk BMX as in X-Ray, but he's switching sports this time.
Yeah, this is just like Combo Mambo, and he hasn't let up since then. We're just pulling off crazy combos using the rocket bike to get speed and then switching to BMX, going through chairlifts, doing everything he possibly can on this map.
Yeah. It's super dirty. Go check him out. If you're not subscribed already to the GOAT, please change that immediately. And hey, thank you so much for joining us for episode 55 out of our first 100 guaranteed episodes of the Riders Report. A special thank you goes out this week to our YouTube members, both new and old. Executive producers Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, Mama Bell, and Robert G, including our co-producers and Fans Plus.
Yes, if you'd like to become a member just like them, you can help support the channel by hitting join down below and get some cool perks like early access to the show, emojis, badges, members only video per month, sneak peeks to some of our other videos. Maybe we'll even do one for the Christmas video. Ooh. And more. It's in there. You can also just subscribe and you'll catch all of our weekly Riders Report videos, other Riders Republic videos, and even our X Games style competitions, the Tartiflette games.
Yes, and we do have that music video coming up, so please, one more time, grab your clips, your holiday themed clips. They don't have to be holiday themed. It's preferred, but not required, for a holiday themed music video coming out on Nick and Mitch in the next couple of weeks. You have just about a week left to submit if you are watching this on December 7th, 2022. You have just about a week's time to get your submissions in, pictures, videos, all of it. Please just send it to that form. We want to feature you in a video, and we think it'll be cool. I hope other people think it's cool, or else I'm just singing for myself. That's going to do it for episode 55. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end. We will see you same place, same time next week for another one. Until then, I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see you on the slopes.